Bit of a funny day today. It's been raining and then you get nice bursts of sunlight and it comes back to that again. So it's just finished raining at the moment. Haven't been able to do much this weekend because of the rain, but it's not too bad. This thing's probably, look at that, it was split. I think it was the extra water that I put on in the glue. It's just really bulged it big time. So I'm in two minds whether to start again. I mean, it's got a big bulge here. You can kind of see this corner's pretty good, a little bulge, but you can see that back corner's trash. And then this corner here is just started coming up. That was good yesterday, but it's just started splitting. So I think I'm going to go to IKEA over the weekend and pick up a new frame. I think the IKEA frames are coated, they're wood, but they're coated all the way around, whereas these ones are exposed. They're only coated on the bit you see, and then they're MDF inside. And I think the water's just got in and trashed it. So yeah, I think it's going to be a trip to IKEA, get a new frame. Maybe I'm going to see if I can get one a bit smaller, because I just put the car on it and there's just too much space. Looks a bit funny. So I think it's going to be, you just get a bit smaller one and start again. Throw that one in the bin, I think. Alright, that was pretty easy. Come on, pretty good, nice and strong. I just glued it and then just tack it with a couple of nails on each side, so it's ready to work with, really. Yeah, pretty good. Fairly good. It's 2 of 90. A little bit of rock there, but that's alright for what we're doing. That's tight as. I got one at 90. That's good. But yeah. So now I've got a bit of MDF that I can trace and bring it up. Probably only about maybe 10 mil, and then put 5 mil of concrete. That way it's got a 5 mil lip. But I'm also going to get my router and just route that so it's not a sharp edge. Just round off all the corners, and I might even get a bit of bog just to fill in the nail holes, so they're flush. So when it's painted, you can't see anything. But that's big enough. That's a bit smaller than that first one, and car will sit in kind of a bit closer to the back, equal distance from the walls, and just have benches down each one. A little bench there. Figure out where the door's going to be. I think it's too short to go that way, so it'll go that way. And I'd say from there to there will be, or maybe a bit further, just so one corner's open. Just so you're looking in kind of that way. So I might even just go from here, just go wall, and wall halfway, or just over halfway, and you're looking in that way. And then there'll be benches all along the back wall, all along that wall, and that's where it's going to be. It'll be clear there. And if you do that way, you don't have to worry about that barn door that it had in the movie. I don't really want to build that. So that'll be good. And this time I'm also going to varnish, once the MDF's in, and routed, I'm going to varnish the whole top surface, so that way the water from the concrete doesn't affect probably should be alright with pine, but just in case I don't want to throw another one out, so I'll just varnish it. I've got a little bit of varnish there, and seal it up. That way the water doesn't affect the wood like it did on the last one. But yeah, we'll go from there. Continuing on with the Diorama base, that's the new one. So that's going to be the bottom. Liquid nailed it. It's got no nails holding it in at all, so it's just that holding that to that. Bit of super glue as well. Mitered the corners there nailed from both sides, and then I celasticed all that, silicone, whatever you want to call it, and then painted it as well, so that way the water from the concrete won't sink in. The pine's probably better than the MDF, but that's MDF on the bottom, so just painted it, just give it a brayer out. When I mix up the concrete, I'm going to do it a bit dry, a drier mix than the last one as well. And I've made it come right up, so that way it's not even that thick. It doesn't need to be very thick at all. I'll still put that blue plaster corner tape down just to give it something to bite into, but that should be heaps. And then I'm probably going to mix up a bit of bog punch these nails in a bit more, mix up a bit of bog, and just bog the corners and bog those nail holes up, and then sand it again. I've sanded it once. I routed that corner so it's got a nice edge on it. Yeah, just to clean that up, and then I'll probably paint it before I start doing anything. Before I do the concrete as well, probably paint all this. I don't know if I'm going to go black or white just yet, but yeah, I think I better paint it, let it dry for a couple of days, do the concrete and go from there. Or I could do the concrete today and paint this another day, but then you might get concrete on the you might get paint on the concrete. I don't know what's better, getting concrete on the wood and then having to clean it, or masking the concrete and painting that. So I'll figure that out and we'll go from there. As you go, the concrete first before painting the base. So I'll just put three of those spoons of concrete in there, a bit of water, and I'm also going to add a bit of glue and a bit of paint. So I don't put a lot of glue. That's probably enough. Like that. Paint, you actually need a little bit more than what you think. Yeah, that'll do. Need a new one of them, that's pretty empty. But I'll mix that up, pour it in, and we'll see how we go. Alright, a couple minutes later, perfect amount of concrete. That was all of it, didn't waste any. Didn't have to mix any more up. Nice little lip on it. Probably not 5mm, but that's enough. That's enough. It's nice and dark too, you can see the paint in there, so I'm just going to let that sit. It'll go lighter as it dries. But yeah, I'll leave it like that. For now, I'm not going to touch it. Didn't make too much of a mess, didn't get anything on me, so that was good. That storm I was talking about on the other video, I think it's done. That's as bad as it gets in Perth, really. You can see a nice little rainbow down there, actually. Yeah, I think it went that way, and that was it. But we got 20mm of rain yesterday, and they reckon another 20 today, but they said only in the morning. But I think that's going to be about it. But yeah, unless that's coming, that cloud there's might be coming back this way. But so there we go. Could do with a bit more rain, be nice. What else have we got on the books? So I gotta wait for that concrete to dry. Yeah, it looks alright. I've wiggled it around and it's like jelly. So get all the water up to the top. It's still a bit watery. I didn't make it that watery. It was more like sandy, but all the water's come up in the last couple of minutes. So, but it doesn't matter. I'll leave it there. The dryer's going good. If you watch that video, that hasn't fallen off the wall, and dries clothes pretty good. We gave it a good thrashing yesterday, and I think there's a load in the washing machine now I've just put on. So give it another shot, but yeah, it's still up on the wall, so that's good. And that's about it really. Just got to get ready for when the concrete's dry on that, then we can start making the walls, and that's about it. But I'll probably split the videos up to base, walls and roof structure and stuff like that. That'll be another video, and then all the inside stuff will be probably over 2 videos, because might be a bit in there, but I haven't even started 3D printing yet, so that's going to take a fair whack. I've only got, it's a resin printer, but I can only print out, it's not a very big base area, so yeah, just got to do what you can do a few loads on it. I've ordered some lights from AliExpress, and I've ordered some stuff like this. This is probably alright, but I think I showed it before. It's got a crack in it where they folded it to put it in the post. So I think I haven't even opened it. I'm pretty sure there's only one sheet in there. It wouldn't be enough anyway. Yeah, it's one sheet. It's actually real wood. It's like veneer. But I ordered. Sorry. Oh, just still getting over a cold. Ordered a heap more of that. It's not the same as that, so I might be able to use that for some bench tops or something like that, and then use this other stuff I've got coming for the internal walls. I'm not going to worry about doing the outside too much. I'm just going to paint them brown. You're not going to really look at the outside, it's mainly the inside. So Yeah, so I'll leave this video here. We'll pick up a new video a couple of weeks when I start doing the walls and the structure and all that kind of stuff. I got all the wood, so that's all this stuff. Tassie oak, bit of balsa. I'm probably going to need some more. I went to Bunnings to get some more, and they only had one length of that 6x6mm. So I'm gonna, because it's 124 scale, so whatever that works, 24 times 6. So that's a good size for some beams and stuff. But I might go and get some 10x10 or something like that. So it's 240mm scale measurement, 240 by 240 for the big beams. So I got a big list to go to Bunnings anyway, so I might go during the week after work and pick up some supplies, and then we'll be ready for the weekend again. Cheers, guys. Alright, here comes the rest of that rain I was talking about. Yeah, blue sky's gone. Had to change of plan. So what I've done, so that concrete one come up nice, but what I'm going to do is leave that and use that for another another diorama. So what I've done is I opened that wood, and it's actually real wood, feels really nice. So I've cut a square to get rid of all that broken stuff that was on it where they folded it. Made a new frame. This one's a lot closer, so it's only about the width of that stick-on wood. So that way, once that wood's on, it's all flush. I've just bogged the corners up because there was nail holes and a couple little cracks where it all, when I jammed this in, it just opened it up a little bit. So yeah, wait for that bog to go off. I've only just mixed it, so give it another 5-10 minutes, and then I'll sand it all back, paint it all black, stick the wood on, and that's going to be the new base for the Charger, the Fast and Furious car. The only reason I did it is when I looked at the thing, that garage that they had did have a wooden floor, but I thought I'd go concrete, but I got just enough just to make it the same size as what that concrete one is. So yeah, it should look alright.